Hello, my people. Anyone who's here are my people. We're the same. But here's the thing. I oftentimes question the premise of the questions that we ask. Is life ever getting normal again? I don't know. And is that something that I would actually want if we could get it back? I don't know. This and more coming up on Wes's Room. What's good, guys? Yeah, I go through a lot of roller coasters, in a lot of roller coaster emotions in terms of how I feel about my life, and that's okay. I think, in a way, like, hey, roller coasters can be fun if you know that when you're going low, you're not plummeting to the earth. When you're going high, you're not flying off the handles. And so I think building a sense of internal security in terms of, I don't know, I feel very aware of, I don't know, the ways in which we can navigate the world. Like, I don't know, out of the box thinking, not afraid of, I don't know, expectations that other people might have. And what's up, David? Thank you, man. I'm not really sure. Okay, so let me just tell y'all what's up. I am applying to be a substitute teacher right now in Cedar Rapids, perhaps. And I'm just trying to figure out what opportunities I can choose to take advantage of in this state of unnormalcy. Oh no. Like, our plans are in ruins. And like, guys, we're in deep already into this shit, this unnormal life. And so definitely feels accessible for me to be like, what? A job doesn't have to be the thing that I do, And I don't even like, I want to push the societal norms to ask about what you do in your paid time. And what you do means, what are the things that give you life, that you're passionate about, that make you smile, that give you a sense of happiness, that give you a feeling of satisfaction when you've put in a hard, exciting effort. Like, bruh, effort. And, I think we all have different relationships with effort, but effort for me was associated with like external request. And so effort was something that I was required to do in order to be obedient. Okay, what do I have to do at my job to get my hourly paycheck? Okay, what do I have to do that my parents told me to do growing up? What do I have to do that my teachers assigned me to do? And, the outskirts of life, right? The negative space around the requirements of the elders in my community was where I was free from effort, but yet still oftentimes would put in effort, but in under the framework of fun and play. Like, that's really important. And so that's why I'm here. Check out the podcast. I'm figuring out all the different ways that I can fucking speak shit and put it into a thing that's consumable. Because, hey, here's the reality of our life right now. We're all consuming shit on a regular basis, if not daily. Like, when was the last day I didn't consume some type of internet content? Fucking A, bro. Maybe like one day when I was out on my road trip in like the forest, but like that's such a unique circumstance. Like, and again, normalcy, right? I think normalcy has crept its way back in, and now normalcy is looking around, wearing a mask at the grocery store, right? Like being on a sidewalk, walking your dog, and then ooh, right? And it's like, it's kind of like really odd, the social distancing, but the longer it goes on, and I even witnessed in my time in Thailand that mask culture was very already common and in the mainstream. So however amount of time, right? Who knows? But anyway, um, for me, normalcy is something that I'm like, oh, it was like I was holding my breath inside of normalcy, uh, thinking that, looking around, like, where are you guys getting your oxygen from? Like, and we all get our energy from different places, for sure. That's just true, I think. And um, so it's not about if you are an INFJ or an ENFP or whatever, right? It's about having the self awareness and self analytical mindset to look at, okay, well, what works for me? I think in a lot of cases, unconsciously throughout schooling, I developed a routine and a uh, you know feel for how I would accomplish it. Um, and now it definitely feels like, um, with the world kind of being shaken up, that the ability to adapt to new circumstances is one of the most powerful skills, and it feels like a very human skill, adaptability. Um, and so now it's like I can choose to look back at the experiences in my life and like dive into how those helped me learn skills of adaptation. What's up, David? Is normalcy in any way different from predictability? Thus, once something that wasn't predictable becomes predictable, it is normal. Predictability. Huh. Yeah, because normalcy, I'm thinking of like the normalcy of regular society, right? Like open bars, everything open, gatherings, concerts, right? Everything. Um, and so I guess that normalcy is very predictable, but why is it predictable? I mean, I guess if, before this, if we were to look back to be like, yeah, normalcy will continue. Let's look back at the past year, the past 10 years, and be like, well, shit looks pretty predictable. Like Christmas season comes along and the fucking winter, right? Like the idea, right? Like we wouldn't have thought to separate the predictability of winter, it will probably snow, and next year I'll probably still be able to go to a concert, So I guess they are the same in that regard. Because something being shaken out of normalcy is because of something unpredictable. Um, but I don't know, like predictable how? Like a lot of scientists predicted a pandemic, right? Like previous United States White House administrations had been prepared with pandemic offices. So the pandemic itself wasn't necessarily unpredictable. Um, but obviously the mass uh, citizen groups had no idea about this, certainly, right? And so I think it's interesting to think about predictability in, what of my behavior is predictable behavior. Let me just throw out some things that I've noticed, right? to me, it's pretty predictable that I'll hit the snooze button every morning. It's also pretty predictable that, hey, David, good shit, man. Peace out. Snag a link. Hell yeah. We'll just go to my Instagram, bro. Wes only one. Anyway, peace out. But yeah, it's predictably I'll hit the snooze button. That feels like something that's almost more of like an unconscious action, because it's something that happens in that beginning moment of waking up. Like, I don't know how any of you have a relationship with the snooze button, with an alarm clock. I honestly have been using the vibrate on my Fitbit to wake me up, which totally works, and it's a different type of waking up. When it's not auditory, the vibration on my wrist is the stimulus that wakes me from slumber. And so I think it's interesting for me, going back to predictability, to think about let's say my past self, however many years ago. Like, what would that Wes have predicted I would be doing right now? Not that matters, obviously, but I don't know. Like, there was a time right when I was graduating college where I thought I was going to go out to San Diego and like work for nonprofits. I don't know. Weird. That's not on my mind these days. A lot of stuff is, but I think a big shift for me has been, oh yeah, I want David to be on the podcast. I'm gonna message him later. Christy, what's up, girl? Hell yeah. I don't know, like, I have had a difficult time figuring out what strategies to use to find a relationship with alarm, like waking up to an alarm, that I can be comfortable with. I used to be like, okay, I hit snooze a lot, so I would like set my alarm for an hour before I would want to get out of bed, because I wanted to give myself an hour of snooze time. Like, I don't know, it was almost as if, and I don't really feel this way anymore, but like getting that hour of like little short doses of like, wake up, hit the snooze, and then being able to go, settle back into it. Like, that's really satisfying. And that is a very type of like instant gratification, where it's like, I kind of wouldn't get that amount of like dopamine in my system if I just set my alarm for an hour later and woke up right away. If I get 9 minutes, what would that be? Like 5 hits of alarm where I feel comfortable going. I love that feeling of settling back in to like the warmth of the under the covers, dude. Epic. But yeah. Predictable. Oh yeah, I was saying the shift for me is basically trying to test out not viewing my life as like a linear timeline, which is really hard, and it's hard to even describe it in words. But yeah, again, I feel like I constantly talk about this, but this is what's on my mind. I kind of watch myself go through phases of talking about specific topics and using specific examples. And oh my God, I always do this where I keep prefacing so I forget what I was going to say. Oh my God, fuck. But basically, like, oh crap. All right. New topic. David, I want to have you on the podcast. Fellow viewers, hit me up wherever you're watching this, and let's have a conversation. I can just send you a link to like, just like you're watching me here. It'll be like Zoom or whatever. And it'll be dope. And, there's a lot of people where if y'all were my freaking next door neighbors, I would want to chat with you 3 times a week at night on lawn chairs, sipping a beer. Like, and so I think we can be more intentional about finding and creating and initiating interactions with people that we care about, and topics, and I don't know, like holding a space to go get deep. You know, if I'm calling up a friend, it's like, hey, what's up? But if I'm like, hey, friend, like, be on my podcast. I don't know, like, yeah, not to rag on about the podcast, but I only have 2 episodes out. Anyway, I freestyled earlier today to like some more like dubsteppy, bassy type stuff, which was really, really dope because it was different than the stuff I usually do. But yeah, I'm wondering, like, switching topics here, talk about the pandemic again. Like, if, say, whatever the timeline, whatever, we get the vaccine and we all do that shit, like, do you think there's a possibility of life returning to complete before COVID normalcy? I'm wondering, right? I'm wondering if like the labor, the digital labor market is not going to be okay with mandatory 5 days a week going to the office now that, you know, lots of people have experienced over half a year of potentially being able to do their job from home. Like, I don't know, there's lots of opportunities to find a new avenue towards, I don't know, pursuing happiness, I guess. Like, I don't know. Yeah, you know, like going to college was supposed to, I thought, was like me on my pursuit to happiness, because education would mean I'm a more valuable employee, so I can get paid more, I guess. I guess that's pretty much all it comes down to. Not a great reason to go into a lot of student loan debt. But again, I'm constantly ping-ponging back and forth in my, again, back to the roller coaster of fuck college, but I like it, but I have a degree, but it was horrible, but like, I don't know. It's like, should I have been able to basically go to like 3-4 years of pure summer camp where I was just chilling, like 80% of the time, 20% of the time doing class stuff. Not to hype on school but again, pretty much every job I've had since I graduated from Wartburg has been in education. And I think my voice can be a valuable perspective in the educational arena. I think I can be candid and kind and supportive and articulate and help explain ideas very well. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what my trajectory is, but whatever, bro. I have some black tourmaline here. It's pretty beautiful. Let's look up. Oh, I'm writing a letter of introduction for my application for being a substitute teacher. Anyone want to help like take a look at my resume or help me write this letter of introduction? I'm gonna like share my screen as I look this up. Black Tourmaline. Drop a comment. I'd love to say hello to anyone watching. Okay. Tiny rituals. I like tiny rituals. All right. That looks just like mine. This jet-colored stone is known for being a swallower of negative energies. Oh, you can't see. Here we go. Oh, you can see. I don't know if you can actually see. Yo, dope, dude. Thanks, Sam. Remind me again about your email. I'm gonna. Yeah. Well, I think I have your email. I need to put it in like with your contact in my phone. But you don't have to give it off on the live stream. I don't want you to lose your privacy, Sam. So we can private message. All right. So all my followers don't get your private email and start bombarding you with fan mail that they want you to send to me. What am I doing? Looking up Sam. I need to add your email. It's like slangy boy. But yeah, I think I finished my resume a little bit earlier, and I haven't really written this letter of introduction. I'll text it to you. Hilarious, man. Black Tourmaline. Yeah, text me. It effectively helps the wearer be absolved of dark feelings, turning these anxious vibrations into a positive spin that nurtures the soul. Yeah, Sam, this is the one that Meredith gave me. Fuck it. Solangfritz@gmail.com. Write it down, people. Send him a message. Oh, yeah. Solang. I always forget your middle name is an A. So I wanted to just be Slang Fritz, but it's Solang. Weak. Weak, bro. What you up to, man? Yo, let's do a pod, bro. Let's do a pod. When are you free to record a pod? I can just send you the link and you can pop on in. You can use just like headphones. You could probably use, I don't know if you could use those new Bluetooth ones. How those Bluetooth ones that Wes picked out for you, how those working for you, bro? You could hop on the live stream too if you're not worried about your privacy. All right. You know, I think it's cool because when I'm talking on the podcast, Friday during the day, dude, let's book it. I'll send you my Calendly, so you can book an appointment on my Calendly. You need to put your credit card number in, but I won't charge you. I'm just kidding, bro. Headphones are choice. Good stuff, dude. I like choice headies. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. We'll get this back in here. See, that one's cool, right? I'm in this little box. Wow. Oh, check out this one. Live on Twitch. Wes will be back shortly. That's a pretty good one, eh? All right. Friday during the day. Cool. Let's do it. Dude, I'm excited. I want to see the new crib, bro. All right. Yo, let me pull you a card, bro. You got that new energy? Almost forgot to put on my bracelet from Lexi. We chillin'. See, this one's just so classic. We all have room to improve, babe. I don't want to be anything else besides what I am. Now that is a good message to hear myself say. I don't want to be anything else other than what I am. That's dope as fuck. So I am a wee bit curious if I'm like teaching, if I can like keep doing my full internet live stream podcast stuff. I don't see why not, but if I'm like an employee for a school district, couldn't like stuff that I say be like looked up by parents and stuff to like make all my accounts private? In that case, I feel like I wouldn't really want to do it. All right, whoever's out there, I got a message for you. Bang. Here we are. This is Heart Song. The message for you today goes as such. Do you yearn to tap into your passion? Do you long to be cut loose and be free? Do you long to cut loose and be free? Are you ready to move your body and feel life coursing through you? When we are children, we dance without fear. We sing without holding back. We draw and we paint with exuberance. Too often, we lose touch with our free and unhindered spirits. It's time to reconnect with ourselves, to be who we truly are. Open your chest, open your heart, and let your creative being spring forth. Start with a low moan and lift your voice to howl at the moon. Oh, 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 oh. Let your creative being spring forth. Namaste. Fuck a amen, bro. Amen has been tainted by Christianity to me. It's kind of sad that Christianity is so conservative. I want to say in America, but it's kind of that way across the whole globe, the whole earth. My mom told me a story the other day about how when I was like 7 or 8, she wanted to get like a, one of those big like standing globes, like for the family to have. And she gave it to me. I don't remember, some birthday or Christmas. And I opened it up and it was like that thanks and avocado moment. It was like, oh, great. One of them globes you wanted me to have. That's like what I said. And yeah, I think it's good to have an awareness of the entire world, right? Especially when we're young. Learn a couple languages. Not be indoctrinated by patriotism and religious beliefs. Not that nations are inherently bad or that religion is inherently bad. That's But look, dude, me reading a paragraph makes me feel more tapped into the energy of love and grace and God than anything I have ever experienced from the Bible in church besides, right? And it's why I'm so glad to be reminding myself that I love to like be here to hang out with whoever's chilling, because like otherwise oftentimes I'm isolated from community besides my most intimate, family basically. And I'm happy to be able to explore and, offer up space for someone to come and experience something, more adjacent to community than sitting alone, at least, right? That's something. And so there's no like expectations I have of myself except to put in effort, right back to what I was saying earlier. Not too shabby, bro. Not too shabby, bro. I'm telling you. I don't really know the best. Do any of us ever know the best choice? Reading tarot has really helped me trust my intuition, follow what feels right, listen to myself. That's what freestyling trained me to do. I mean, again, I'm like talking about my greatest hits of freestyle, college, tarot, but you know, for real, like all we really have is, I don't know, our ability to view our lives a certain way. We have that power, and we can easily overlook it a lot. So, yeah, all right. I'm going to go make some money. Life isn't normal, but I think that's okay. Again, hit me up, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, whatever, and let's do a podcast. Let's have a conversation. And I will see you when I see you. Peace out.